Hello and welcome to the award-winning podcast, Whimsy with a Z. I'm your host, Ben, and we have other co-host, Z, Dean. How you doing, Dean?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic. It took us a minute to get to you.
I know. I know.
What's going on with life over there?
Um, a bit of just, ups and downs in the home, just trying to get everything resolved. School, been busy with school, just, I guess, the usual.
Okay. Um, yeah, I went on vacation. I went to Chicago to a con, came home, and then we tentatively had something scheduled for last week. And
Uh-huh.
then I just passed out after my live stream, and then we're both like, "Sorry." But yeah, no worries, man. We got this. Um, Eventually, okay. So we were supposed to be scheduled to do the episode where we bring our like a guest with you.
Yeah.
Do you have a guest ready?
She's really hesitant to go on. I've been telling her, it's okay. I told her everything that's gonna happen, but she's still kind of hesitant. I'm pretty sure she will, though. If not, I do have a backup. So, yes, I do.
Okay. Do you think we could? 'Cause we would have to start recording starting next week. In your opinion, should we go next week, or do we push it to like first of the year?
Uh, For the guest podcast,
Yeah.
I can try to do it next week. I
Okay.
think that would be best.
Okay. Perfect. So then we'll keep right on the schedule.
Uh-huh.
And then in December we're just gonna stop. We'll just take a break. Because everybody's doing holidays, and then we'll just let everybody have their December off, and then we'll come back first of the year.
Uh-huh.
All right. Perfect. I did send out some general questions yesterday in the chat for the guest. Um, a little bit of get to know them a little bit, and then just some real basic get to know them type questions with regards to similar to what we did for your first episode, which is, what do you like about school? What don't you like about school? What are you guys struggling with as kids? So it shouldn't be too bad, but I gave you a general idea of what
Uh-huh.
some of the questions could be and kind of the tone that we're kind of going for a little bit.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps ease them a little bit. Um, if they have any problems or have any questions, please give them my email address or my phone number.
Okay.
Uh, and I will happy to talk with them. Um, will we have to remote with them? So will I have to send them the email too?
I'm sorry.
Will they be remoting also, or will they be like at your house with you?
The plan is to be in person.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down with that. All right, well, very cool. All right, so this is again, this is season 2. This is the second month we've been going. Um, one of the themes for this month was school culture and academic pressure. So we're going to kind of get a little bit of um, what's it like to be in school today, and is school preparing you for what you need moving forward. Um, you are currently 15, yes?
Yes.
When's your birthday? What month?
May.
Okay. All right. And you are still going to school online, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of yeah was that? Do you not like it anymore?
It's just because hasn't been the greatest recently.
All right, fair. Maybe we'll get into it through some of these questions because we're gonna learn a little bit more about your school culture. Um, what does a typical day for you look like? From wake up, what does your day look like to going to sleep?
um, my schedule is kind of mixed.
Okay.
I think for most schools they have like an A schedule, B schedule.
Yep.
That's kind of my situation. So every day I would wake up pretty early, around like an hour before school starts.
Okay.
And I would just like to get ready, make sure my space is clean. I usually take a shower, try to eat something, and then, I mean, the rest of the day is mainly just logging into classes, doing uh, sometimes I save my work for, like, at the end of the day, so I just focus on, like, the class, and then during my breaks, I'll play, like, a game or something like that, or I'm
Yeah.
usually on the phone with my friend, while in school, and then after the classes, which is around, like, 4 o'clock, I would usually try to get some of my work done,
Okay.
and yeah.
What does your A schedule look like? Uh, what does that kind of look like? What classes are we taking?
So I have the same classes for what was it? My week is a 4-day week. I'm off Fridays.
Oh,
So
okay, very cool.
so Mondays and Wednesdays, the different classes that I take is music appreciation and what was it? It's culinary arts. So it's like a
Yeah,
cooking
yeah.
safety thingy. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays I take medical terminology, and I'm trying to get into psychology right now.
Okay.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Um, do you have a math class and like a history class too?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. But the difference between the two sets is music, cooking, medical, and psychology.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, how do you do a cooking class online?
It's mainly so I can, I guess, explain like the stuff that we do. Mainly it's kind of like the videos online where they show, like, for example, the last project I did is I demonstrated how to do different like cuts with the knife, and how, to properly cut with a knife. So like a julienne cut, or like cutting stuff in cubes or dicing them.
Okay.
That's stuff that we would do. Mainly physical like demonstrations that we would do for assignments. But in our classes we mainly just focus on, like, looking at videos of stuff like that, and then just taking that and making it into like a demonstration of our own.
Well, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
They you learn about the different kind of knife because like I will use a steak knife to cut everything that I have. Chicken, steak, bread. I don't fillet fish, but if I was going to cut a fish, I'd use a steak knife. So they kind of break down some of the different knives,
Hmm.
when to use what for what.
Yeah.
Did you cringe a little bit when I said I use a steak knife for everything?
Um, no. I
All right.
mean, it's your preference, so you roll with it.
Oh man, I just start hacking away. It's like a all right, well, very cool. Um, what are we doing after school? 4 o'clock. You do your homework or the work that you uh, should have or could have done during school. How long does that normally take?
My homework.
Yeah.
Uh, how about okay. So Fridays are not technically off, but we don't have the actual classes. Instead, it's more of a dedicated time towards getting the rest of your work done before the weekend.
Okay.
So honestly, it just depends. Like, usually there's assignments that I have to do by like a weekday, and then most of the assignments that I have are due by the weekend. So like on a
Okay.
Friday. So honestly, it just depends on the stuff that I have. Usually I would try to just split it up into like hour increments. Like I would spend 1 hour of my time doing different work for different classes, and then I would call it for the rest of the day. And then on Friday, if I have anything else, I would just dedicate my whole entire day. Well, not my whole entire day, but my day to finish those assignments.
All right.
So yeah.
What are we doing when homework is done and or the weekends? What do you do with your free time?
I've been uh I've been going recently I've been on the phone a lot with my friends for the weekend and the rest of like my day off. And just simple stuff, going out, whether it's going to eat, errands, chores, anything like that. That's really all. I mean,
So when you say you're on the phone, are you physically talking to them?
yeah.
That's weird. I don't think like one that's super cool. Uh, what's the longest you stayed on the phone with somebody?
3 days.
I love it. Oh, that's so fun. So what do you guys have to talk about for hours at a time?
Sometimes we just be doing our own stuff. Like we don't even be talking. We would just go on mute and do whatever we have to do. But usually it's just anything. Oh shoot.
Oh, so you guys are just listening to each other, just doing dishes or eating or just like some
Yeah.
background noise type stuff?
Yeah. Wait, off topic, can you
Yeah.
hear me? Because my computer just like fully shut off for some weird reason.
Yep, I
And it's
got
like
you.
like okay. Okay.
Uh, yeah, everything recording. I got you. I'm good.
Okay. My
That is
computer.
awesome. Uh, my son says that he does that, but I'm curious if he actually means he's talking on the phone or just like on my phone talking like in a group chat. So
Hmm.
very cool. That's awesome. Um, have you done the thing yet where you guys watch the same movie at the same time?
Yeah. So on like Apples and iPhones, there's the FaceTime, and usually
Yep.
what we would do is we would go on Instagram and just look through everyone's like accounts, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
We would go through people's accounts and we would like screen share and watch TV shows together. Yeah.
All right. All right. I like that. Um, it's, it's it's still on the phone, but it's different than just like the
And just talking.
yeah, yeah. Like it doesn't seem like it's that much, but I think there's a huge difference between like you just sitting alone in a dark room typing versus like
Mhm.
actually speaking and interacting and getting that verbal social skill. All right,
Oh
that's cool.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. 3 days. So you fall asleep with each other. You're like, hey man, I'm going to go to bed now, and you're like, I'm going to put you right next to my
Um,
phone.
typically we can be up till like 1 in the morning, and then she would be showing me something, and I would just fall asleep without even telling her, and then she'd be like, "Hello, are you there?" And I just be asleep, and that's how it usually goes. Yeah.
Uh, that's old school, man. I totally approve of it. I like it. Very cool. Um, is this person gonna be the one that comes on next week?
Most likely, yeah.
All right. Um, how would you describe your overall vibe or culture at your school? So you're online. You have a bunch of freedom on Friday. You're looking at a lot of videos trying to figure out how to cut stuff. What is the vibe like as far as the school itself? Like, does it feel like it's a school, or you're just doing like independent work?
Um, okay, I don't want to be rude or anything like
Sure.
that, but I don't find myself to connect with literally anyone in the school because I find them to be not that weird is bad, but weird in a way that I can't like really talk to them if that makes sense. So I am
Yeah.
usually like independent, doing my own work, stuff like that, because just everyone in there is wilding out and doing their own stuff.
Right. So there's
So
a lot of independence from
yeah.
everybody.
Uh, Not from everybody, typically me, I guess it's just a
Okay.
preference. I mean, I do again, my friend goes to the school as well, so, I mean, since we're on the phone, we usually try to, like, help each other out because we do have similar classes.
Mhm.
So, I guess that can count as, like, group work, but in terms of, like, other people outside of my friends, I'm usually independent.
Okay. Okay. Does the school engage the students in any way as far as like activities or clubs? Here's what we're doing, like what's going on, like any kind of activity. Like, how does your school engage you to do anything social of any kind?
So I think I mentioned this before, but my school is statewide, so
Hmm.
there's different districts, and with that, it's kind of difficult to plan stuff socially. But sometimes, like in the beginning of the year, it was kind of like a not like an open house because there's not a physical building, but kind of just like a meet and greet for the teachers in the area for a certain district. So they invited people in a certain district to go to a specific park, and there was um like little stations, should I say, of like the teachers, stuff like that. We get to meet the classmates, we get to meet the teachers, get to know more about, stuff like that.
Okay.
Um, I think now they're planning to do their own sports program. I'm not too sure on that.
Okay.
But yeah, the sports program, typically a lot of the stuff though is again, it is virtual. Our school has a built-in system called, I don't think I should say it, but it's just kind of like a zone for grade levels. So for
Okay.
example, me, since I'm in 10th grade, I'm a sophomore, freshmen to seniors, there is a certain kind of like section for them to kind of hop on, communicate with other people, like kinda like a game, but it's not a game, it's just more of like a social hub online.
Okay. Okay.
And that's yeah, and that's specifically for us only, the students.
It's like early days of the internet, like the old MySpace days. There used to be like these websites that you'd be able to go on. There was one, it was like you could be a virtual DJ and you would go on and people could come into your room while you're playing a bunch of music and like a bunch of people would hang out and chat with like your little avatars in there. So all
Yeah,
right. All right.
yeah, it's kinda like that.
So, okay, all right. Different, but I like it. But there are options.
Yes, there's many options actually, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Very cool. The academic pressures. Do you feel that your school is preparing you on how much pressure does the school put on you to have good grades and go to a good college?
Um, Usually if I would have bad grades, and for example, my first online school, if I had bad grades, they would typically pressure me to, get them up. Personally, me, I haven't had any bad grades this year, so I
Okay.
wouldn't really know that, but I mean, I guess to answer your question, typically, I get reminders a lot for assignments that I haven't really well, obviously, I'm gonna complete them. I save them for a different day,
Right.
but usually they just send a reminder like, "Hey, reminder, you have to do this quiz, or you have to do this assignment, do this reading log," stuff like that. I guess that could be academic pressure, something
Okay.
like that, to, motivate them and just to remind them to do their work so that they can get good grades. Um, all of my teachers, from what I know, have like a one-on-one session. So if you need help, you can email them. You can get into a one-on-one session like we are, like, how we are right now, and then they would get the help that they need to get their grades up.
That is
And then there's a
awesome.
bunch of extra credit options as well. So.
Okay. The so those one-on-ones with your teacher, you personally, um, do you ever meet with your teachers one-on-one on a semi-regular basis, or is it only upon request?
You have to request. Again, since I've been having good grades, I haven't even done it at all this year because I've
Okay.
been, I get the material, so I don't need to go on a one-on-one.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you have a mentor at all, or somebody that you uh, would go to if you had any questions about school or getting into
Typically,
college or
my
anything like that?
parents, yeah, at our school, the parents are considered quote unquote learning coaches.
Okay.
So those are the ones kind of like responsible to make sure that, we're doing our assignments, make sure that we understand the material if we can't reach out to a teacher, stuff like that.
Okay. Do you think your school focuses more on test scores or actually learning stuff?
Um, is my focus? Is that what you said?
The school's focus. Like, do you think they're just like, here's the lessons, you do your thing, and they don't care about the
Um,
score? Or do you think they actually like really care that you score well?
um, I mean, from what I've seen, again, I've been say this many times, I haven't had a personal experience with that, but from what
Right.
I've seen, like, sometimes there's a moment where the teacher's like, "Hey, guys," or, like, not like cold call or something like that, but, like, "I'm gonna send you guys a private message about, your grades," and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um, so they definitely do care about the grades a lot and just I don't know.
So if something happened and then all of a sudden your grades started coming down a little bit or you missed a couple of assignments, your teacher would actually notice it and then try to reach out to you?
Yeah, so, like, kinda the same thing where we get the reminders through emails
Mhm.
about the assignments that we need to do. They would send it a reminder saying, "Hey, I noticed that your grade is low. Do you need a one-on-one session? Do you need extra credit?"
Okay, okay. I'm trying to kind of gauge, is it like how much of it is automated versus like how much of it is like that sincerity of like, oh, I got an alert. Dean's not, doing as well. This is different. I want to find out why. So that's cool that they do at least reach out and they have that opportunity for that one
Yeah.
for sure. Um, what is one thing you wish teachers understood better about students?
That everyone has different learning like abilities. Some people are visual learners, some people I don't even know all of them. There's so many different kinds.
Hmm.
And I feel like typically they try to stick to one method of teaching. Like for example, in geometry, there's only like for my teacher at least, she only shows one example. I get the examples, but maybe some other kids maybe need a different strategy or a different way to approach the problem. So
Hmm.
definitely that students have different ways of learning and they need to give that to them different options, different ways. Yeah.
Um, so in class they teachers like I got an example for you. Here's kind of what we're talking about today. Is it common that they're like, okay, the rest of the time is yours, and then there's a lot of independent study, and then like, could there? Are you saying like, oh, if you guys understood it, go ahead and go, but here's two more examples for those of you who might not have gotten the first one, something like that? You mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree because I learned all kinds of weird. Uh, I wasn't even I would like with me. I wasn't even paying attention for the first question. I'm like, oh, I need two more examples because I wasn't paying attention to the first one. Um, what are social groups like in your school? So you already answered part of this. Is it easy to find people? There are methods uh, for you to connect with people your age. But what does your social group look like? What kind of groups are you hanging out in?
um for my school at least, I have no interest really. It sounds rude, but I don't have any interest of meeting anyone there. I typically find most of my friends that actually go to like since I'm in like a how do I explain it? You know how typically if you live in a certain area, you would get not like necessarily assigned, but you would kind of be what's the word? I don't know how to explain it, but I live by a bunch of high schools, right? So
Mhm.
usually I see a lot of people from high school, walking by, coffee shop if I'm there, stuff like that. I usually make
Okay.
my friends from there, if that makes sense.
Okay.
If not, I just hang out with the people that I've met in person when I used to go to in-person school, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm
All
in
right. So
touch
you
with a lot of those, yeah.
all right. So you don't utilize necessarily the school social outlets. You kind of discover your own in the wild.
Yeah, I do my own thing, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever felt left out and judged, and what helped you get through it?
Um, in general, like
Yeah. Whenever, whatever. However you want to interpret it.
oh my gosh, okay. So for the first like 10 to 11 years that I've been on this earth, um, I rocked a buzz cut, not by choice, but personally for me, since I kind of have like, I guess, a bigger head, the buzz cut didn't look well on me. So whenever I first went to middle school with my buzz cut, I was kind of like and not embarrassed by it, but I didn't like it and I felt judged all the time. That sounds stupid because I was like 9 or 10 or something like that. But what I did to fix it was grow out my hair.
Yeah. Whose idea was it to keep it super short buzz cut like?
My parents.
um, Dude, that's your grandpa, man. In the summers, I would go and I would always come home and my hair would always be the shortest it's ever been. Um, yeah, yeah, that's your mom, dude. That's your mom and her growing up. um, which is weird because I started growing mine out probably. Okay, hold on. we were sophomores, and my friend had clippers, and then for whatever reason, we're like, yeah, let's just cut each other's hair. So like we just started cutting each other's hair a little bit. Nothing super crazy, but like a little basically a bowl cut, but it wasn't like as bully. Um, but yeah, we like that's when I started caring about my hair too.
Mhm.
And then after high school, I just let it grow out, and now I just can't cut it again. Like I refuse to. What's the longest you've ever had it?
Back when I first got a perm, I had to grow out my since I had a buzz cut, I had to grow out my hair to get the perm, and then I just kind of, like, refused to get a haircut after that for a little bit, so
Like this long?
no, 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 no.
Okay.
Like, um, I don't know how long, I don't know.
Like just below, just above the shoulder?
Oh, not anything long, I
Okay.
don't know if that's even considered long. I don't know.
Okay. Just a good couple month grow out. Nothing crazy. Like nothing you could put a ponytail in.
Yeah, nothing
Okay.
nothing crazy.
Deal.
Yeah.
Um, that's awesome. You said a perm? So you wanted like a curly hair look?
Yeah.
do you do you hate that you wanted that for a minute?
I hate that I didn't take care of it because
Oh, okay.
the curls kind of, uh, they didn't I didn't know how to take care of it, so
But you liked it?
no. Well, at the time, I thought it was better than a buzz cut, but
Right.
if you see, like, photos from, like, 2, 3 years ago when I had it, it actually looks hideous. I didn't put any product in my hair. All I did was literally wash it and let it air dry. I didn't put no product in my hair, I didn't comb it, I didn't do anything like that, so it looked like a rat's nest, and
All right.
I hated it. Like, now I hate it, but before then, I thought it looked cool, I guess.
No, I get it.
No.
Um,
No.
that's fun. I like it. I like it. That's pretty funny. Would you ever go back and do it again, knowing that you have to take care of it a little bit more than a like normal?
Um, right now, I'm at a stance where I really like my hair and the way
Okay.
that I style it, so probably not. I don't know about in the future.
All right.
I like my
Well,
hair now, so
I can't comment on it because somebody didn't have his camera working. It's okay. Um, let's see. Um, how do students usually respond to authority? So online school, if there's a bunch of like people distracting, causing a problem, um, just distracting, like do you feel students and kids today respond to authority figures?
um, I don't know. Um, I think for me at least, authority is like if it's asking you to do something, you do it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, hey, yo, Dean, what are you doing? Stop talking. And you're like, oh, my bad.
Oh,
Versus like, whatever, and just keep doing it.
oh yeah. So,
Uh,
I mean, a lot, not even a lot, all of us are quiet. We don't rarely there's like 2 or 3 people that, like, go off the microphone and actually talk, so obviously there's not gonna be, like, any talking between us. Usually, like, sometimes in the chat, there's some people that,
mhm,
like, type in the chat and then the teacher says stop and they just completely ignore, or if the teacher's like, "Get on camera," literally no one gets on camera.
mhm,
Um, I can say the same for myself because I don't like being on camera, at my school at least, but other than that, I mean, if the teacher asks me to do something, I do it.
sure.
So
Outside of school, do you guys like respect your elders? Like if you're in a restaurant or grocery store, like do you feel like people care, not necessarily authority, but like respect an older person?
I mean, yeah, me and my sister were definitely taught, and we were raised well
Yeah,
for manners, and we grew up in church. So
manners.
obviously, that's
Do
kind
you
of
think
like
kids still today have manners?
kids today.
Yeah, in your opinion.
Um, it depends on the kid. I mean,
Okay.
I
Do you
guess,
see a lot of kids getting all, like, shitty about stuff?
yeah.
Okay,
So I guess, yeah, majority of kids, no. I
okay.
mean,
Have you ever felt like your voice mattered in a decision in school? I don't know if I like that question. Skip it. Never mind. Does your school offer good support for mental health or emotional challenges?
um, yeah. I guess ours is though. I think we have like a not therapist, but a counselor. So I guess that counts
Right.
as mental support.
Um, is it one of those things? Because what I'm curious is like also is does the counts? Okay, you're depressed, right? You're just different than you were last month. Your teacher notices it. You don't want the one-on-one. Does your teacher reach out to the counselor to reach out to you and then and or your parents?
I'm confused.
So if like you have support there,
Huh?
but a lot of it is if you reach out to them first. Do you think if you were exhibiting signs that you weren't doing very well?
Oh,
Yeah.
um, yeah, my teachers are very verbal whenever it comes to like again, if they notice that our grade is down, they would, reach out, ask for or offer support. So, for example, if I were to like not or just be like really quiet in a class that I usually like participate in a lot, I would think that my teacher would, reach out to me for support or ask if I'm okay, and then that would usually go to towards the counselor.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Because one of the things I'm curious about is, and while I like that you're uh, in the online school, is I'm trying to wrap my head around like the resources that like because kids struggle with all kinds of stuff, this time in their life. So I'm always kind of curious. I'm like, if you're screaming for help but refuse to ask for it, will somebody see it and help out like they would if you were in school? So that's pretty cool that that you have at least teachers that seem to care about you personally enough to kind of reach out and then possibly get a counselor involved. I like it.
Yeah.
Uh, what do you do when you're feeling overwhelmed at school?
Um, Usually talk to my friends. I mean, if I'm overwhelmed in like an assignment, I usually ask my friends for help and then I'll feel better, because there's a lot of stuff that I need to do. Like every week I mean, it's high school, so I mean, it's understandable, but I mean, there's a lot of work and sometimes I can get stressful with my busy schedule because I feel like I'm busy all the time.
Mhm.
So usually what I would do is, I mean, sometimes I ask for like, what is it called? An extension
Okay.
for if I have an assignment and I just can't do it at that time, or if I have more things to prioritize, then I would ask for an extension. Or, if it's just something simple, like, I don't know, just a bunch of work that I have to get done by a certain period, like, no extension, I would just like get people to, I guess, calm me down or to make me laugh. And
Okay.
that typically would either be my sister or like my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you got, in theory, next year, your junior year, you're getting closer to being done. You got more college um, prep being prepared. You're going to start working. So, like, you could conceivably be like overworked on both sides. Like, are you worried at all about what that's going to look like? You're back.
Oh, okay.
We're almost done. Um,
What did you
all right.
ask?
The last question was when you're going to eventually go and start working. So are you worried? Like, have you thought about becoming overwhelmed with you got to pick up a shift Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because that's really the only time that you're able to work. So, oh, I normally use Friday to pick up all of my the rest of my homework, but now I got to work, and now I'm not hanging out with the family as much because I'm working on the weekends. I can't talk to my friends as much because I'm working. I'm tired because I'm working some stupid job and I'm tired and I smell weird. I smell like bacon grease. Have you thought about any of those things?
Um, right now, I think I mentioned before that I was looking for a job,
Hmm.
but I think it's more smart for me to wait until like I have a pretty long break,
Okay.
whether that's winter break that I start working or even summer.
Okay.
As much as I would like to work now, I think waiting uh just for me to have a bit more free time would be
Hmm.
better. So I haven't really thought about that. No,
Okay.
I like the schedule that I have with with my school, and I just like the way that I work around the things.
Yeah.
So I think having a job right now would be a bit more stressful and overwhelming. So
Right.
kind of hold that off for a little bit until I have a moment to
All right.
breathe from school.
All right. I mean, I guess it's a better question to ask you next year. Um, all right. No, it makes sense. I mean, it's not impossible to work and do school, but like it's at least good to know that right now you're kind of like, I don't want to attempt to do both because you could get to work and then realize, oh, I could totally handle working this while I'm also in school and stuff. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Um, if you could change one thing about school and how, let's do that. If you could change one thing about how school is, what would you want to change?
Uh, I think. mm, Having more, uh, having more of like, I guess, an option for stuff. I'm gonna elaborate on that.
Yeah.
So for me, at least, I got put into a music appreciation, right? And that's something that at least I don't remember signing up for
Okay.
or really wanting to like do. So I asked my teachers about it and they said that I can't switch. I can't switch. So I think having more options to, I guess, do a class that I would be more in, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, just more options for everything. I don't
Okay.
know. uh yeah.
All right. No, I like it. It makes sense. All right. Well, uh, do you still think you're gonna go? It's still early, but do you have plans on going in person, or do you think you're gonna round out all 4 years online?
Oh, I'm definitely not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna go to in-person school for was it junior?
Yeah, junior.
Junior.
Okay. All right. Well, that's exciting. Um, your sister's like the whole time, man. She's like, I'll do the whole thing. I'll do the rest of my life online. Um, but all right, no, it's different. I like it. For whatever reason, I'm more confident with your experiences and idea of online school than your sister's. But that's also the age difference too. But I like it. Do you guys go to the same school, or is it technically two
Yeah,
different schools?
it's a K through 12. So
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah.
very cool. Um, I got that's all I had for this month. I just wanted to kind of get an idea of like um, one where you're at in school, and then two, I'm always curious about um, resources and support that you get because um, I always worry that like someone will be struggling and they just needed that one person to reach out to kind of just change everything. Because I had a teacher when I was I had a guidance counselor that just took a like that one extra step to be like, "How you doing? What's going on?" And just that. that 2 minute longer conversation and that just reach out kind of really changed a bunch of stuff in my life. So I'm always kind of curious on how you guys get through some of the hard times through life. So,
Yeah.
all right. Um, we will plan. I'll put it in the chats. Oh, no, wait. We don't have to do anything next week. Very cool. Your episode comes out next week.
Okay.
Nope, I lied.
Oh,
No, no, hold on. Yours comes out 24. We skipped the 31st because there's 5 Fridays this month. So we technically have a week and a half to play with. So we can either record next week or we record on the 3rd.
okay.
But I'll update the chats for you guys.
Okay.
Um, how come you don't respond as much in the chats? I mean,
I have my phone on do not disturb, and
okay.
I usually don't take it off, so I don't check my messages as often.
I didn't mean to like straight call you out. My bad.
No, that's fine.
Okay. 'Cause we miss you every once in a while. All right. Well, that's all I got for you. Everything else going okay in life? You got anything else you want to say or any questions for me?
No.
All right. Are you nervous at all about having your friend come on?
Uh, very, cause she's nervous and it's making me nervous. So,
All right. I like to think after like 50 of these episodes with you guys uh, that uh, you guys trust. I'm hoping you do. Good Lord. But I hope you guys trust me enough to know that I'm not going to make things awkward or weird. And but we're just going to have some fun and hang out. But I would be curious to kind of get a different person's perspective on your guys's like how you guys met and your guys' relationship slash how they handle school and see because God forbid like it would be funny if one of you guys have someone who's completely opposite of them.
uh-huh.
And I'm like be like all right there you go I'm like, I got but I think it'd be kind of cool. I think we need to get more kids on here anyway. But I think it would be fun to do one at a time. Let's get four new people and get to know them just for a second.
Yeah.
All right. Well, perfect. I will update the chats, keep you guys updated. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You have a good weekend. Everybody, thank you guys for hanging out. Talk to you later. Whimsy. Awesome.